we've been together non-stop because we went on a trip to Japan for...
Konnichiwa.
Were we gone for 8 days?
Something like
that. I mean, it was a wild ride. I feel
it was
mentally exhausted from you right now. But I'm here. Do you know what I mean?
I'm
a professional.
With this for too long.
I'm a professional. I show up to work.
Origato.
I get the job done.
Oregano.
Oh wow. Do you know what I found really weird? And I mentioned it as soon as I got back home to Andrew. I was like, when you're there, like because obviously there's certain, it's a very like little English speaking country, Tokyo, which I mean we're used to.
Sorry, it's a very little English speaking country.
Maybe
Tokyo.
I'm a very little English speaking person as well. Then
Tokyo is a city.
Oh shit! Yeah, well, Japan. What I meant, right? Okay, then. Okay. Not many people speak English, which is interesting because obviously for us, we spoke about it because we met these Spanish girls and they...
Arriba.
Yeah, Arriba Doce. I don't know what that means. And we were saying how like we as like British people are just so like ignorant to like learning other languages, and we literally just go to places and expect people to know it.
I've downloaded Duolingo.
Have you really?
And I'm learning Spanish.
Ah, wow. But yeah, so like we would have to learn certain words like arigato, which is thank you.
You didn't say it like that.
Well, no. So I started saying it like arigato because I don't want to be, because to us, we're taught that like if you like mimic, well, most of the time when people mimic like Asian accents, they're doing it to be offensive and they're like trying to take the piss out of them. So I would feel bad for like doing it in their accent, but I would say it in my accent and they wouldn't understand me.
Arigato.
Literally, I would be like arigato.
Konnichiwa,
like,
arigato.
Literally, and they'd be like, what? So I found it really interesting over there how like we had to basically like do their accents to say certain words and they would understand us.
Yes.
Whereas like if we did it over here, then that would be classed as offensive. So I was like, it's very interesting how like,
you wouldn't believe what we got away with saying over there.
Shut up.
As long as you put an accent on it, it's okay. Remember that, kids.
Yeah, no, but it was a very, very interesting, weird place. I would describe it as.
Don't say weird.
No, it's very, very weird for like us. Like the things, I found it interesting how some parts of Japan and Tokyo were so technologically advanced, and they would do things like for example, you would be in a taxi, a regular car, not even like a fancy car. The doors would ping open by the press of a button.
Not even slidable doors, just doors. There's a little. I think he had like an air pressure thing next to his thing.
Yeah. And he could open it and close it. Did we?
You almost did.
Why?
I got out of the car and then he just closed the door and drove off with you.
Oh, that scared me a lot, actually. That really scared me. Because this driver pulled in like on a road, and then George got out, and then I was paying because obviously I'm the fucking boss.
HBIC.
Yeah, I was the HBIC head bitch in charge, and then he closed the door and drove off a little bit, and I was like, fuck, I'm getting robbed.
I was like, yes! Woo!
I was like, it's happening, I'm being taken.
Arigato, sir.
Yeah, but then he just pulled in around the corner, and yeah, that was that. But what a weird place. I mean, I've written down a list of things that we did when we got there, just in case, you know, just because I care about my job, and George just showed up with nothing prepared. Okay, the flight
I don't
out.
need to. I'm here for the thirst
Yeah,
traps.
because I do it. Yeah, it's for the thirst traps. Yeah, oh my god. So the flight there, very fancy, business class.
Of course he wants to get this in. I was going to gloss over it.
Yeah, of course you were. No, it's just so cool.
Every possible opportunity in the airport. Is there a business class version of this anywhere? Does anyone know?
I was trying to get as much. I mean, we did not pay for the tickets. Spoiler alert. A brand took us out. We can't say which brand.
This is a queue. Is there a business class queue that we can get in?
I was like, do you know what? There might be. Who knows? We were going through security. I was like, is there a business class version of this? They were like, no. I was like, all right, fair enough. I was just checking. Do you know what I mean? The food, banging. Sleep. Yeah. Guys, you get to fully recline your chair. I will never get used to that.
No.
Being on a plane and being able to fully recline your chair is it's such a luxury.
Thorough enjoyment.
Oh my God. I literally loved it. Like, it's going to make me feel shit every time. Because obviously, I mean, the chances of me paying for a business class flight ticket for myself are very slim. Yeah. Because they're so
Only
expensive.
thing very slim about him. You've been missing out on your gym sessions, haven't you?
And you're a fat. How about that?
Fucking hell. Yeah. I think that might be the first time that word's ever been spoken on the Useless Hotline. I'm gonna report you to HR for that.
I think we actually need to blur that out because I don't think it's allowed. One sec. Fuck you. Yes, so I didn't really get my exercise in whilst I was away, but I'll have you know, one of the first things Andrew said to me when I walked through the door, he said, "You've lost weight in your face." I said, I don't think I have, because I ate fried food every single day. Bear in mind,
Domino's twice.
Domino's twice.
No, you didn't once.
No, twice.
McDonald's twice.
Oh yeah, McDonald's. Oh yeah, because we tried to get McDonald's and it was guys, it was so difficult out there. Uber Eats was all in Japanese. We were trying to work our way through it, but we got there in the end. But yeah, so like McDonald's we ate. That was a really weird experience. Do you know what I noticed? Tip: if you're going to Japan, if you are thinking you're going to get things like chicken katsu curry or go to McDonald's and get a nice chicken burger, you are not. Chicken over there is not the biggest like, food.
Chicken's an odd thing to eat over there.
Well, they specialize in like pork, seafood, occasionally beef. I would say was okay.
Quite a beefy place as well.
Yeah, but it's very heavy on seafood.
Fish.
So like we would go to like McDonald's and order a chicken burger, chicken nugget, and the chicken there is very like grey and jelly like. That's how
I had a drumstick.
That was.
I'm surprised I'm like here today to tell the tale. I had 2 of them.
It literally looked like a cow's foot. What, George?
It looked like I pulled it out of a tin. You know, like
it did.
Like roast chicken in a tin.
It was like beige, like a dark beige colour, wasn't it? It was like, it was not. And it was,
if that
really
colour came in
out.
a t-shirt, Max Balegde would wear it.
Literally. That is so accurate. I really would. But oh my God, yeah, that was vile behaviour. But the food as a whole, I feel like we were adventurous. We both ate. Oh my gosh.
We had a chicken teriyaki burger at McDonald's.
We did. And the beef teriyaki, don't forget that. They have fillet of shrimp there.
Shrimp fillet.
Fillet.
After saying we were actually quite adventurous and then agreeing with me on my joke about McDonald's doesn't help
I mean,
you out.
That was quite adventurous. Like the McDonald's options that we picked. The shrimp fillet was so fascinating to me because I was like, how can a shrimp be a burger like that? But they obviously just like smash it up.
How does a blind girl know what's in a shrimp?
How does she? I mean, probably.
How does a blind girl know what's in a fillet?
Oh. She just have to taste and guess. But to be fair, the shrimp fillet tasted like a chicken burger here.
It did.
It did. So it was very, very wild vibes. What else? Also, we did this experience on the brand that took us out. Again, we can't talk about it. It's nothing like secretive. It's just that the reason why we went there is not out until later this summer, so we can't really say anything. But anyway, they took us on this boat cruise along what was the main river
cruise,
called?
Just a boat.
Yeah, well, the boat was cruising down the river, to be fair. It was a little boat. Medium-sized boat, I would say, actually. Like, there was about 20 of us on it.
Small boat?
No.
I'd go as far as small.
No. Small boat is like 6 people.
Yeah.
What's the river called? You remember? You said it.
The River Japan.
Right, okay, the River Japan. And when we were getting onto this boat, you said, didn't you? You was like, oh my God, look, there's a jellyfish in the water.
I did say that. That is verbatim.
It is. And then we all looked. Guys, in this river, it was just non-stop jellyfish. Like, imagine the river, what's it called in London? Thames.
Oh, yeah.
But just jellyfish everywhere. It was so interesting to see. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Then we got onto this boat. This boat experience was what, I can't remember what HBIC said. So basically we had this woman that was like running the whole trip for us, and I referred to her as HBIC because she was the head bitch in charge. She wore a kimono every day, which was a different coloured, like fancy kimono. It was so cool. And she literally ran shit over there, and she took us on this boat, and she told us that the royalty of Japan used to do this. This used to be like the highest of the like most esteemed thing that you could do.
Just a couple of shitty TikTokers.
Literally. And then we rocked up there, and we got served this like traditional meal. We walk in, there's like bowls of raw fish, wasn't there? And squids, like whole little baby squids.
Yeah.
And then they like prepared rice, and you came and got your own bit of rice. Yeah. And they brought like tempura around and everything. Yeah. It was so interesting. We tried a squid.
Yeah, we did.
Did you?
Yeah, actually? You saw me. I ate it in front of you.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah. Wild times. What else? 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Wow. Now, try and stop us talk about this place.
Yeah, it's so cool. So it's like a corner shop.
I think most people know what 7-Eleven is.
But you'd think that, but I mean, I didn't until I went to, because they have them in Australia.
Yeah, but you're from a little town called Darwin.
Right, and where the fuck are you from?
A city.
You fat No, I'm joking.
You can't just
blur it out. We'll beep it out, please.
Blur it out. That'll do it. Who said that?
No.
Who was that?
Wait, I don't know. 7-Eleven. So I only knew what 7-Eleven was because I've been to America and Australia and they have them there.
Oh,
but if I was from the
flex.
UK,
Oh, look at me.
if I was from the UK, I would not know.
Nah, shut up then. It's just a supermarket. It's a little supermarket thing. And it sold Japanese food because we were in Japan. And there was hot stuff and cold stuff. It's literally exactly what every place else in the world is ever.
I just wanted to see how much you would speak if I just kept doing that to you. Go on, be more descriptive. Go on, what sort of stuff was there? What did we get?
Food poisoning. No, we didn't. We got all sorts of random assortment of things, most of which we didn't like because we were trying to be too exotic. Milk, water, sweat.
Yeah, wasn't keen on that. I mean, I thought that I was getting a bottle of water. Do you know I've had when we were there, we bought Japanese SIM cards, so both of our phones turned Japanese, which sounds is a weird thing to say, but it actually happened. Like I would go on TikTok and things were in Japanese, and like the fonts and everything, and my entire For You page went Japanese. So I would see people like, oh, that moment when you're hungover and you go to the 7-Eleven and get a sweat bottle. And it like cures your hangover, and I was like, if we knew this,
So relatable.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, I got this bottle of what I thought was a bottle of water.
It said sweat on it. It was the only English word on it. It just said sweat.
Yeah, it was a bit of a bad vibe, really, and I don't know why I didn't look at that, but turns out it wasn't water. It was like water. It was like an energy drink of some sort, so it wasn't that bad.
It was a hydration beverage, equivalent to your Lucasades and your Powerades out there.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, Prime.
Oh, see, I'm really worried about drinking out of this now because I just cleaned. It had the thickest layer of mold in this mug ever, like really thick. Right. And I did get it all out, and I like boiled it.
Do you want a beverage?
Don't
Don't be a little tart.
just got off a plane.
So did I.
I know, but fine.
I'm built different.
Yeah, I'll have one of the seltzer things, please.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I will. Right, audio listeners, George has just I feel like we haven't spoken to the audio listeners in a while. Also, why did you do that?
Because you wanted a seltzer.
Oh my god, physical assault is a real issue that faces this country. Oh my god,
why did you
arrest this man?
Why did you not just pick it up?
What do you mean? Why didn't I pick it up? You just threw it. Could have hit me in the face.
That was the aim.
Oh yes, please. Actually, yeah, I don't even want that. Oh, thank you.
What flavour nondescript alcohol pop should I have?
You should have strawberry and lime.
All right.
Sorry, audio listeners, if you just heard all that commotion. George George threw a can at me, like in my face. Attempted gay bashing that just happened.
Bloody hell, don't call it gay bashing.
But I mean, we're not gonna go into that. Also, sorry, side note, it's our live show this month.
Woo! Everybody, round of applause.
Nope, it's not this month yet. It will be by the time this episode's out. It's our live show this month.
Yeah, woo, everybody, round of applause.
Very exciting. I started writing material for my parts of it about George whilst I was on the trip because I was just surrounded by so much inspiration of how irritating
I didn't need to because I work off the top of the dome. Max knows very well we got very intimate on the trip.
Off the top of the dome. Oh God.
Sorry.
I can't wait to be better than you at the live show.
Cheers. Oh, sorry, but I don't use my mug. Put it in your
it's
mug.
Got water in it.
Put it in your mug.
I don't want to, honestly.
Finish
George,
your water,
I'm
put it in your mug.
No.
What is the point?
Right, George does this thing as well that I've learned since we've been away. He literally will just go like, no, have this. Like, he'll offer me some food or something.
I literally
no, shut up.
Only do it to
shut
you
up.
so that it
he will
pisses
offer
you
me
off.
some food or something, and I'll be like, no, I'm fine. And he'll go, no, have it. Over and over and over again. Like, he'll have a sweet. You had a sweet in the airport, and you were like, oh, do you want one? I was like, no, I'm fine, thank you. And he's like, no, go on, have it. I was like, no, I'm fine. Have it. No, I'm fine. Go on, just have it. Shut the fuck up! No! I don't want a sweet! I don't want to put this in my mug. I'm going to drink it out of the can.
This is why I do it, because this is the reaction
Well,
it gets.
shut up then! Cheers! Do you know what? I don't even want to cheers you. You're not even getting a cheers. To the audio listeners, I just
Go on,
rejected
cheers
George.
me.
No, see,
Do
you're
it.
doing it again.
Cheers
He's doing
me.
it right now. I'm not doing it.
Oh, nice spill, mate.
I didn't spit. Oh, I did. For the audio listeners, they just spilt my drink.
Oh, I'm sure they could have gathered
No,
that.
you never know. I don't like to neglect them. Anyway, okay, yeah, so the live show's coming up. I'm very excited about it. We're going to be starting rehearsals, I think, next week. And if you manage to get a ticket, it's going to be really good. So well done to you. And yeah, who knows what other secrets we'll have in store for you sometime soon. I don't fucking know what I'm saying anymore. Back to Japan. So
already, we just got off the flight. This is the sort of banter we had, non-stop for a week. Oh my god! Well, I'm gonna miss it.
Fucking hate it. We stayed in a box hotel.
Yeah, we did.
Capsule hotel.
Although it was only guys that were there.
Yes.
Disgusting
box.
jokes.
Oh. Yeah, so it was a men's only one. So George was in his element. George actually
joke.
Came out as gay to me on the trip.
If I had, imagine.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to tell
Imagine
anyone.
how much a horrible thing that would have been if I had.
I wasn't supposed to tell anyone. Oh my god. Oh well, these are what they won't tell anyone. But yeah, so it was a men's only, and you were hard the whole time. You literally walked around. You had a rock on.
I thought that was the done thing because everybody was fully erect.
Well, yeah, but I think
it was like hole in the wall. There was the doorway had a little cutout.
Yeah, it did. You had to walk in sideways, didn't you? So it was a bit embarrassing if it was like. I mean, mine was too thick, so it didn't really fit I just had to crawl through the door. But what a weird, interesting place. If you don't know capsule hotels, how would you explain them to people?
Like a hotel, but really small. If it was just the bed and the rest of the hotels are just part of the bed.
And by hotel, he means room, like not the entire place.
It was basically sleeping in a coffin.
Yeah, literally. Do you know them coffins that they stick? Is that what it's called?
Morgue,
in the wall. Literally, they were them. Like you were like on top of people, next to people, everywhere.
You could tell why he ordered this place.
And ours was a spa as well.
Yeah, it was.
So when I saw the pictures,
some use out of that?
Yeah,
no, we didn't.
No, we didn't. It had a huge hot tub, and the shower. The way that you showered was similar to like a changing rooms, but you would shower like in front of people. So we were a bit like iffy about that. But we had some admin to do I can't even remember what it was, but on that day we had some admin to do.
Yeah.
So
grind never stops.
It never does, even in Japan.
Especially at that hotel. Yes, men only.
Literally. So we were sat in this big... No, we weren't sat. So I said, why don't we do it in the hot tub?
Yeah.
It looked really cool.
And I said, Max, can we not just carry on in the bed?
Oh, God. So we got to the hot tub and everyone was naked, like walking around naked. And, well, you just popped one out right there, didn't you?
I popped one out?
Yeah, it flew out.
Just a little testy? What do you mean popped one out?
You jizz your pants, George.
That's what you mean by popped one out?
Yeah.
That makes it sound like a normal occurrence for you then.
Yeah.
Just quickly pop one out.
Yeah. Can't help it.
That's absolutely royalty, Max.
Yeah. So we didn't go in the hot tub, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, but there was a free bar. Something else that I found mad about Japan, which we didn't really experience as much as what I've been told is the norm. They offer like for example, when we went to karaoke, I think that we had it's like once you book the thing, you have unlimited drinks because people don't really drink as much as we do in the UK over there.
Hey.
So like we got to our hotel, it was only £50 a night. We got to the top floor, there was a free bar with like Malibu, vodka, loads of mixers with machines, ice. And I was like, if this was in the UK, it would get rinsed. Like people would be twatted everywhere. Nobody was having any. And I was like, that is mental. So I poured myself a little something special.
Didn't finish it, left it on the shelf.
I did. I left it. Yeah, I did.
We really rinsed that place.
Yeah. But I heard somebody oh my God. So in the Capsule Hotel in Japan, I heard somebody masturbating next to me.
Wasn't me.
Well,
that was the person he heard above him.
I must say, at first I got a bit worried because I heard every move that you made. Like every time that you rolled, every time that you breathed, I could hear it because it was a very thin piece of wood that separated us. So
have you know it grows?
No, it doesn't. I've seen it. And when I started to hear the noise, my first instinct was that it was you. And I was
your first instinct? Is that what you wanted to happen?
No, I was mortified.
Would you have preferred if it was me or a randomer?
A randomer. If I heard you masturbating, I would have been so upset. Like, that would have just really ruined my entire trip. How do you think
I felt when I heard you join in?
Well, I can only do it if someone else is doing it next to me. That's why I'm gay.
That's why I'm gay.
That's why. It's in the contract. But yeah, it was really upsetting. And I text you, literally like, George, I think someone's wanking next to me, and you were fast asleep, and I didn't know what to do. And I had this internal...
That's what he thinks. Little did you know, I was currently occupied.
I had this internal turmoil of like, I feel like I need to film this because it's such a weird moment in my life. I'm in a box in Japan and someone's wanking next to me. But then I was like, it's going to hear me filming him. He's going to hear me speaking. But then I thought, nobody speaks English here, so I'll just do it anyway. And you can literally, in the video I posted on TikTok, you can hear the...
Subtle self-plug. Nice.
Guys, if you don't know, I've got a TikTok account, so follow me there. Wild times though. But yeah, the hotel as a whole, I would recommend if you're going to Japan or Tokyo, because it was very cheap. And I felt safe considering that it was theoretically an unsafe place. But I think it comes back to the fact that in Japan, as a whole, the people are a lot more polite.
Yes.
And nice. And the thought of somebody stealing, if you were like in the UK, would probably pass your mind. Yeah. Whereas in Japan, it did not even... I didn't even think that at any point anybody would steal from us.
Indeed, yeah.